Now, 5 a.m. on WKYT this morning, a $100 million replica of Noah's Ark will open today in Grant County. More on what is expected for the park's future is just ahead.
In minutes, fire destroyed a Whitley County church. Just ahead this morning, we'll hear from members of that church.
Also, police investigating after someone broke into a Lexington home this morning, then stole a car. We'll have the latest on that just ahead this morning.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. Welcome in. I'm Rebecca Smith.
I'm Bill Bryant. Good to have you with us here on Thursday. It's July 7th. We're rolling toward the weekend, and those storms just continue to roll over us, you know, more rain, and that's the issue.
Seems to be a trend we're dealing with right now, Micah.
Yeah, the past 2 weeks have been like that. It's one storm after another. We take big, long breaks. I mean, there are dry breaks in the action multiple days, but the problem is that we get more storms rolling on in here, and that's what we're seeing down toward the south at this moment. Mainly showers with a couple of rumbles of thunder, but it's thrown off a flood warning that goes from Somerset to London, back to Mount Vernon, that area of Lake Cumberland, and also work your way towards 75. Heads up. Flood warning in effect right now, so swollen creeks. Just got to be watching out for that. Once this batch moves on out, actually, much of your day stays mainly dry. There's really not much to talk about today until we hit the evening hours. 90 degrees before that. Late storms will be forming evening, nighttime hours. Here they come again. And then I'll talk about your Friday. Friday's going to be the last day of those storms for this week. I'll show you a nice weekend coming up.
Micah, thank you. Lightning may be to blame for a fire that has destroyed a historic building in western Kentucky. Rebecca now at the alert desk with the details on that.
That building is in downtown Hopkinsville. It caught fire around 11 o'clock last night. This morning, there isn't much left of it. Check out this photo from the Hopkinsville Fire Department right here. The captain of the fire department told WHOP that the fire was just raging before the first crews got there. But Peter Postel building was built in the late 1880s. Now, it was most recently a furniture store. You can see what's left of it now. The fire is so large, much of that building has just collapsed. Dozens of people gathered to watch as the historic building crumbled to the ground, and firefighters are still out there this morning. The good news in all of this is that they say no one, amazingly, was hurt.
Right, but a significant loss for that community. Well, this morning, Lexington police are looking for someone who broke into a home early this morning. They say the person smashed their way into the home in the Masterson Station neighborhood, then drove away in the victim's car. WKYT's Caitlin Sentner is live with more on the investigation. Caitlin?
Good morning, Bill. Police are still on scene. The family shaken up and certainly wide awake this morning after they say someone threw a brick through their back kitchen door. Now, the family is okay, but they're without a wallet and a car this morning. It was just after 3 o'clock when they heard two loud noises. And when Dad got up to check what was going on, the crook was already out the door and pulling away in the family's 2013 black Acura. Mom was able to call Lexington police as the car was pulling away. I'm told this is typically a quiet neighborhood. Family has lived here for at least 10 years and nothing like this has ever happened. Now, we went inside and talked to the family. Police told them whoever did this probably surveyed the neighborhood first. Live in Lexington, Caitlin Sentner, WKYT.
All right, Caitlin, thank you.
Yeah, after years of planning and construction, the Ark Encounter in Grant County officially opens today.
And that park features a replica of Noah's Ark. The group behind the park, Answers in Genesis, thinks 2 million people will visit during the very first year. WKYT's Mark Barber is live with more on the $100 million replica. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Bill. And this morning we are already starting to see people pull up to the gate here, trying to get in early. Now, the Ark Park will open in 4 hours, so at 9 o'clock this morning. But again, people are already lining up here waiting to take a look at this replica of the Ark. Now, since this attraction is expected to draw in a crush of visitors, people will be able to visit the Ark from 9 until midnight. The first 40 days and nights it's open. The gargantuan 7-story Ark is more than 500 feet long. The man behind the Creation Museum outside of Cincinnati says the Ark was built following the instructions given to Noah in Genesis. He says he wanted to build the park to answer the most asked questions about Noah's story while presenting the gospel. It cost $100 million to build the Ark Encounter, and the religious theme park received millions of dollars in tax breaks, leading many to be highly critical of the massive project. The builder hopes the Ark will even draw on those critics who think the park is just celebrating a myth. Now, of course, this arc has certainly captured the attention of many people across this country and even across the world, and they'll be able to get their first look at it here in just a couple hours in Williamston, Kentucky. Live in Grant County, Mark Barber, WKYT.
All right, thanks, Mark. Today, the man accused of shooting another man in the shoulder will go before a Fayette County judge. Michael Good is charged with assault after the shooting that police say started with an argument. They say the victim was shot yesterday afternoon on Appian Way, but they did find him more than a mile away on Buckhorn Drive. Police say Good cooperated with the investigation, allowing them to search his car. They found 2 guns there unrelated to the incident. They say Good also showed them where he left the gun used in the shooting. Good's mother says the victim shot at her son. Police are now investigating that claim.
Hopefully we'll be able to find out, kind of get to the bottom of what's going on between these groups of people. So it definitely was not a random crime. These two have a relationship.
Police say the victim is expected to make a full recovery.
Well, fire destroyed a Whitley County church in just a matter of minutes, but the church's members say they still have a lot to be thankful for. The fire started and destroyed the Little Cane Creek Church of God south of Williamsburg. Although the structure is still standing, the inside of the church is a pit of ashes and blackened pews. Church members say they managed to salvage a couple of guitars as well as a decade-old prayer box and a few Bibles. Firefighters have not said what caused the fire, but church members say the air conditioning unit may have caused it. They say this is the second time the church will have to be rebuilt in recent decades. It was destroyed by fire once before, back in the 1970s. The community had rallied around a Lexington firefighter and a Lexington police detective as they both battled cancer, but after months of fighting, both died just hours apart. Friends say firefighter Matt Logsden and Detective Philip Harrison died yesterday morning. Harrison worked for Lexington Police for nearly 20 years. Logsden was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer early this year. His fellow firefighters covered his shifts for him while he was treated in Chicago. Both men are being remembered for their service to the community.
We knew that the fire service would step up, but it's good to see the community step up too, because Matt, you know, he did this for the community.
The most important thing in Philip's life, though, was his daughter. He had great love for his daughter, and even through illness, his biggest concern was for that of his daughter's well-being and future, and for his wife.
Harrison's funeral will be tomorrow at Southland Christian Church on Richmond Road. Logsden's funeral arrangements are still pending.
An activity many enjoy during the summer can quickly turn deadly if you are not careful. First responders in Harrison County say they've responded to a string of drownings near dams. Just last month, a man drowned after jumping off a dam to swim. It took crews hours to recover his body. Now the county has scheduled a forum to actually warn people about the dangers of swimming around dams.
I'm tired of going down there and recovering bodies and seeing the families on the side crying and, devastated. It's heartbreaking.
Well, the county's search and rescue chief says the danger comes from the hydraulics below the dam. The forum is scheduled for 6:30 Monday night at Cynthiana Christian Church on Main Street.
Well, a booster seat can save a child's life, and today London police will be downtown there giving away booster seats to those who need them. If your child meets the height, weight, and age requirements and you are in financial need, you can get one this afternoon at the London Laurel County Farmers Market. The giveaway will last from 1:30 until 3:30 this afternoon. WKYT this morning just getting started here on your Thursday, rolling toward Friday and into the weekend. Just keep looking ahead, right?
Right, eyes on the prize.
Yeah.
It's Christmas in July, but Santa is not on the beach somewhere. He's in Branson, Missouri. Woohoo! Find out why when we come back.
Also ahead this morning, why Snapchat is going old school, and good news for breakfast lovers. Your money stories are ahead this morning here on WKYT.
Still have the rain outside early this morning. This batch of rain moves on out around 8 a.m. to about noontime, and then we stay dry much of your day, then thunderstorms later on tonight. I'll have that coming up next. We're looking at those showers, a couple of rumbles of thunder out there early this morning. We do have a flood warning in effect. That's down toward Pulaski County, roll off into London area. Not so much Corbin. Corbin, you're not involved, but London, East Bernstadt, and then make your way into Livingston and Mount Vernon. Those are areas that you have that flood warning as we speak. That goes until 10:45, and you're seeing that rain just one after another. One shower, one heavy shower, one rumble of thunder after another. Main thunderstorm action is really down toward the Tennessee and Kentucky border. Go into Wayne County, go into McCreary County, back toward Clinton, and even Williamsburg there, holding on to a few rumbles of thunder, or at least around you guys. Up toward the Mountain Parkway, it's going to be a wet go at it this morning as you're getting some pretty heavy rain sliding into the Mountain Parkway as we speak, so you still got another couple of hours before that moves on out. Let me take you hour by hour because this model's doing pretty well at this, and we try to move most of this rain on out 8 a.m. to noontime, depending on where you are. Somerset, a couple of sprinkles there by 8 a.m., but the heaviest rain's long gone. That goes for you guys in London, anywhere toward the Cumberland region. That's your best bet, around that 7 to about 8, 9 a.m. Moves on out. Watch around noontime, then it's long gone in the east-southeast. So then we just kind of dry some things out for a long period of time. And when you dry some things out a long period of time in this type of setup, you really heat some things up. We're talking 90 degrees later on this afternoon. That humidity is still way up. It's not going to feel that good. Afternoon, just can't rule out a slight chance of rain, but for the most part, we stay dry during the afternoon. Now head off into the evening. There's 7 p.m. Look at the thunderstorms barreling down on us back toward western Kentucky and also southern Indiana. That slides in right around that 9, 10 p.m. time and then moves on through during the night and into tomorrow. So we'll have rounds of thunderstorms continuing the next couple of days, but you will get big breaks in the action. This isn't an all-day thing, one after another. You will get big breaks. It's just sometimes when these storms roll on through, yeah, they're going to be loud. They're going to be very active. On and off storms for tomorrow, too. Strong, potentially severe. We'll need to watch that closely with damaging winds being our main concern. It's not a washout type of day. It's on and off as we go through your day. Saturday, Sunday, those look much better. Lower humidity, we need that. We'll go from the 70s for dew points to the 60s to dew points, maybe even some 50s mixed in. So it'll feel much, much better there Saturday and Sunday. I promise you that. Mid-80s. And also mainly dry conditions. I say mainly dry. We're not fully dry. I can't rule out a small chance, very slight chance of rain. For the most part, it looks good this weekend, guys. It's just the rounds of thunderstorms.
Yeah, I got to get used to it.
Need something to hold on to here for that, that relief for the weekend. Thank you, Micah. Time this morning, 5:15. 'Twas the 6th of July, and gathered in a clique were dozens upon dozens of men dressed up like old St. Nick.
Okay.
Like that rhyme?
I like that. Did you make that up, Bill, on your own? It's the Kringle family reunion in Branson, Missouri. Go down there, have a crazy time, right? More than 800 Santas coming together for the 10th annual Discover Santa convention. The St. Nics are from all over. One even came from Chile. The convention benefits an organization very close to Santa's heart, Toys for Tots. Looks like a good time there in Branson, Missouri.
Well, Christmas in July there. Hey, it's good to have you along here on WKYT this morning. A lot more news on the way.
We have a look at your money. Stay with us.
Why Snapchat is going old school and good news for breakfast lovers. I'm Karina Mitchell with those stories coming up in your CBS Money Watch report.
Good morning. Welcome back in. 5:19 on WKYT. Snapchat is going old school. FIFA has revealed World Cup ticket prices.
And good news for breakfast lovers. Karina Mitchell has the latest on your money.
U.S. investors will wait to see if Wall Street continues its winning streak. On Wednesday, the Dow picked up 78 points, while the Nasdaq added 36. Snapchat is going retro. While rivals are promoting more real-time sharing, the networking company has introduced a way to save and share old photos. Called Memories, the feature is accessed by swiping the camera screen and allows for pictures and video to be sorted, edited, and shared long after they've been taken. And if you're a soccer fan hoping to attend the 2018 World Cup in Russia, better start saving. Organizer FIFA has revealed its official ticket prices. The cheapest will go for $105, but the most expensive individual seats will run $1,100. That's the most expensive in World Cup history. And starting in the fall, breakfast lovers will have more to enjoy. McDonald's is adding to its all-day breakfast menu. By popular demand, the McGriddle will make its national debut on the all-day menu. The fast food chain says it's seen store sales jump since launching its all-day breakfast menu last year. And that's your Money Watch. For more, log on to CBSMoneyWatch.com. In New York, I'm Karina Mitchell.
Well, Verizon is overhauling its data plans today.
The largest wireless carrier in the United States wants to give customers more control over their monthly data plans, but it will come at a price. Taking cues from its competitors, Verizon will start offering its own version of an unlimited plan and a carryover data policy with caveats. Starting today, the changes include a new safety mode that gets rid of overage fees but cuts speeds, a data boost that feature will eliminate throttling at a cost. All lines get carryover data for free, but it expires after a month, and more data for each plan at new prices. So check the details on that.
Yeah, read the fine print on that.
Coming up, more news here on WKYT this morning.
Sports is up next.
In the NBA Summer League, Trey Lyles is getting rave reviews from his coach, Quinn Snyder. We also talk UK football because next week is the SEC Football Media Day. I've got that and a lot more coming up in sports.
Still looking at that rain, I-64 southbound right here in Lexington over the studio. We're actually seeing a light rain. It's not much, but it's just a light rain falling across the way. But you look southbound, go into, say, Mountain Parkway and go south into that, Howard Rogers Parkway, Cumberland Parkway, those areas have been picking up good amounts of rain the past several hours. And look, we're adding some rumbles of thunder to that in Wayne County, and also make your way into McCreary County. Go off into Williamsburg and Whitley County, and also Barberville. Barberville not so much picking up on the heaviest rain. It's just to the north of you guys. But heads up, we still got a lot more to go as we go through time. That flood warning goes into effect until 10:45. So that goes for Somerset to London, London to Mount Vernon. Hour by hour forecast. Look at this, though. We get a big long break in the action. Only a slight chance of rain as we go through the rest of your daylight hours. So anywhere from, I would say, 9, 10 a.m. through about 6 or 7 p.m. We're talking about dry conditions. After that, more storms arrive this evening and off into the night. Let's check out sports, see what's going on.
Good morning, everybody. Let's talk basketball before we get to football. Ex-Wildcat Trey Lyles off to a fast start in the NBA's Utah Summer League. He had 26 points and 11 rebounds a couple of nights ago against Boston. His coach, Quinn Snyder, says he is a player who wants to improve, and Snyder is looking for Lyles to learn a lot in the Summer League play.
He'll be a focal point of what we're doing, and I want to put him in situations where he fails, frankly, and have him feel it, and then I think we'll find that he may not have to wait till the fall to figure some of that stuff out. We feel like he can be a playmaking four. He came into his own a little bit shooting the ball, and that's something he's worked on. But there's a difference just between being a shooter and a player, and it's something we talk about a lot. So we're going to try to let him do that in the Summer League.
Now to football. Kentucky C.J. Conrad is one of just 5 sophomores of the country to make the John Mackey Award watch list. The award is given annually to the best tight end in college football. The LaGrange, Ohio native played in 12 games last season, starting 9. He led all SEC tight ends with 15 catches for 149 yards and a touchdown. I'm sure those numbers will go up this year. UK senior center John Toth is one of the 61 centers named to the Remington Trophy Award watch list. That is given to the nation's best center. This is the 3rd time Toth has been named to the Remington list. He's one of 8 SEC frontmen on the list. The Indianapolis native is one of 4 returning starters on the UK offensive line. SEC Media Days are next week, and Toth is one of the players who will represent the Wildcats. Running back JoJo Kemp and linebacker Courtney Love will also be there with Mark Stoops. The Cats' appearance is next Wednesday, and we will be right there to cover it all for you. Roger Federer rallies from 2 sets down against Marin Cilic to advance to the semifinals at Wimbledon. Federer saved 3 match points in the 4th set. It was his 10th career comeback from an 0-2 hole. He's bidding for an 8th Wimbledon championship, and he's in the semifinals for an 11th time. That's a look at sports. Have a great day.